Hey guys, it's Mira. Today we're going to be playing an interesting little game that you guys have voted on. This is a visual novel called Cupid, and it's about this girl, and I decided not to look so much into it because I kind of wanted to be surprised by it, but the trailer on Steam looked really interesting, and here we are. So, for you guys who don't know, this game was voted on my Twitter, and every time when I think about, like, games and stuff, the first thing that I come up with is stuff for games. Usually it's a visual novel, or it's, like, funny stuff like Gmod or something, but I never go for the scary stuff because I'm a fucking pussy. But, anyway, this is Cupid, and let's get right into it. Yeah, and this is an 18 plus or 17 plus game, so boobs. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. There's no need to explain, it's only natural. A mother loves her daughter more than anything else in the world. He hates you, doesn't he? A whole lot of them despise you, don't they? Chasing you into the forest and gouging a hole into your leg. All because you smiled at their husbands. And you know what? You deserve it. You freak. You disgusting, horrible, filthy little girl. Didn't I tell you to stay away from them? You never listen. Serves you right for being a dirty girl you are. No, do it. You don't have to worry, my darling. It's alright. Even if the whole world wishes you dead, I promise you this. Your mother will always be at your side. Priest. Oh my goodness, child. Whatever has happened to you? Oh, God. A girl was slumped in the doorway, soaked by the rain. Her legs were covered in dirt and blood. She lifted her head, hearing the priest's voice, staring at him with blank eyes. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. She hobbled towards her. God, I can't read. I'm so focused because I'm gonna put my phone on all utmost of vibrations. Take that out of context if you wish. She hobbled forward, her bloodied leg giving away. Automatically, the priest rushed forward to steady her. Years of spiritual training had prepared him for the most unexpected guest in his church. He sprung into action. He ushered her to his pew. I can't read. Because I'm too busy, like, thinking of, like, voices I want to do for them, but I'm just like, He ushered her to a pew, brought her out some clean cloth and antiseptic, and began to bandage the wound on her leg. Yet throughout all this, he had found that he couldn't take his eyes off her. He would be gazing at a roll of bandages in his hand, deciding how to tie them, and then, out of nowhere, he'd be staring into her eyes. Even with all the mud grime smeared across her face, he couldn't deny that she was absolutely beautiful. How old was she? 20, 18, 16? Her face was so young. The priest had a long aged past his desire for the opposite sex, but somehow something about her enraptured him. Then he realized his own thoughts. He quickly stirred his mind towards other matters. Priest, my child, what happened to you? She seemed to take all the time in the world before responding. He looked at me. Looked? He looked at me, and he touched me. Then he started to kiss me. At first, the priest didn't understand. Then he realized, with a jolt of anger, what she meant. It was happening more and more often nowadays. The young men of France these days were spirited, uncomfortable ruffians. Uncontrollable ruffians. I can't read! A lady walking home by herself one night would prey on a few number of them. Lust. One of the 7 deadly sins. The one that the priest personally despised the most. Furrowing his brow in sorrow, the priest laid a hand on her thigh. You're safe now, child. God's house is a sanctuary for the faithful. I don't think he'll protect me. He looked at her with confusion. You see, Father, I have sinned again. Right there among the pews, before the altar of God, she bowed her head. I'm sorry. She was apologizing to him, or to someone else. Her hair rid her face and her eyes, and the priest could make either head nor tail of her. He suddenly raised his hand, was still on her thigh, and he hurriedly drew it away. I'm sorry. She repeated the phrase over and over. After a while, the priest got up. Don't fret, child. You're not to blame. I will contact the local... God, I can't read. I did not wake up early for this. I will contact the local Constantinople, but in the meantime, you are free to make yourself at home here. I will fetch you a hot drink. He patted her hand and left to the back room. She remained seated on the pew, her head bent forward. As the priest's footsteps faded away, the entire church fell into silence. Oh, I didn't know I had to click. Now that it was dead of night, the clouds covered the sky. Barely a silver moonlight filtered through the stained glass. A girl sat alone in a ring of darkness. She opened her mouth. No, I know. If I may say my piece, surely. Yes, mother. But he's so very kind. You haven't learned a lesson, idiot. I fear for your safety. I didn't know it. Okay, choose. Child, follow mother's words and leave. You saw the look in his eyes, didn't you? You cannot stay here. Even a man of God can stain you with the filthiest colors. Be a good girl and follow mother's words. But it's cold outside, mother. The rain has to let up. Can't I stay? Alright. I suppose you can. But you must be wary of everyone in this church. Do you understand? You are so weak, my darling. You gave my heart so much pain. I'm sorry, Mother. I will try my best to stay out of trouble. How am I going to mind you like this? You attract so much misfortune everywhere you go. My poor child. My stupid little girl. Always a blight, aren't you? Whatever will you do without me? I'm sorry, Mother. Thank you for always guiding me. It is all my fault. The girl sat in silence. Mother was right after all. She was always right. Everything was her fault. Her fists shook with a mixture of fear and conviction. She had to do penance. What is that word? I feel like I've seen it before. Penance. No, I'm not even gonna try. Mother, give me strength. There is something I wish to do. The girl rose from the pew. In front of her was the altar, and on top of the altar was an fuck me. For being 17, and I still can't read. I need to do stuff about that, but it's probably never gonna happen. An ornately decorated cross. It was wide as her head, and the tip of the cross had been crafted such that it was razor sharp. She left the pew, knelt briefly, then walked over to the altar. Ugh. Don't tell me. You're quite sure you're doing this? The girl's arm trembled over so slightly. What other way is there for me to atone? She picked up the cross. Oh, my darling daughter. Mother is proud of you. Slowly she brought the sharp end closer to her face. So close that it hovered above her left eye. And then she... Damn! Oh! She didn't, did she? Oh, that was only a prologue? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. That outfit. Someone please help this child. You can't be serious. Oh my god, that outfit is so surreal. I am never one to question other people's fashion choices, but holy lord. A scruffy young girl in tattered clothes peeked through the open gates of the... Oh my god, my French... What does mean French? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try to say this. I really don't want to like, get it wrong, but I haven't done French in like 2 years, so, Ch'tu du simile. Fuck me, I don't know what it says. Ch'tu du simile? I don't know what that is. An afternoon Oh my god, I did not realize how many French words are in this fucking game. One afternoon, Goethe was being held in its gardens. People from high-class estates strolled around the manicured gardens while chatting loudly with one another. These beautiful ladies, clad in silk and velvet, their necks adorned with pearls and jewels. A variety of foods was displayed on the tables. The girl stared at the food. She hadn't eaten properly in the past few days. You must not linger. I detest it. Surely we can look around for a bit. It's still a little early. There was something else that called to her, other than the party itself. She walked to and fro from the gates, peeking at the crowd despite the urging of her mother to leave. Just a tiny glance wouldn't be enough. The girl smiled at the thought of them. Oh, she's blushing. Oh, that's so cute. I like her hair, though. Like, that is a unique choice of hair for someone who is considered the most beautiful in the world, and that she has been... yeah. The owner of the oh god. So many French words. Okay, fans that are from France, I am totally sorry that I butchered your language. Or anybody who has, like, very well-known knowledge of French, I am not very good at it. Though my past video on the truth was in French. But that was just like a small things that I worked on. I don't know what these are, okay? I'm just gonna say that now. I don't know what these are. The owner of the... oh god. The Château, the Marquise de Gars. No, I'm just starting to think I'm gonna go the blah 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 to the blah blah blah. But, you know, whatever. The girl was drawn to him. He wasn't the same as the other people. He seemed different, somehow. He was kind to her, and would always hand her food when she delivered flowers. Her heart felt at ease with him. He's the same as everyone. Greedy. Insatiable. Maybe not for you. But for someone else. But he's a kind man, Mother. Don't let his kindness fool you. Sweetest tongue hides sharpest tooth, child. She bit her lip. Why do you even bother with him? I got the achievement of Critical Mother. So all the choices that I'm making, I'm the voice inside her head. That's a really cool concept. I just realized that. Man, I'm slow. Damn it. Why am I always slow to catch up on these things? But yeah, turns out I am the mother in her head. That's cool. Yeah. Jesus Christ. He makes me feel that there's good people. There's still good people in the world, Mother. Where did my mouse go? There's no more good people in the world, child. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. It's hard to say, of course, dear. We do not know the... I really want to use a British accent for some reason. We do not know the real intentions people have. I feel like they should be more British than they should be French. Because I can't do a French accent even if I tried. One can hope the real charity exists. I feel like I want to do British accents. But even good people will always put their needs first. Even you, precious. Even your precious Macaulay. This man. I'm gonna call Mari. Don't you think I'm a good person, Mother? Of course I do. You were... Of course, child, you are special. Haven't I raised you as such? I have tried my best, my dearest. Yes, Mother. You keep me right. I love you. The girl stared at her shoes and looked around for a bit, hoping for just a glance before she left. And there he was. Stop blushing! I told you no! There was no harm in looking. There's no harm in looking. Warm? That is not a W, Miss Mira. That is an H. There is no harm in looking, she reasoned. She can never enter the Mari's world. Let her heart be filled with hope. She turned his gaze in her direction. Did he smile at her? The girl's heart stopped. Did he recognize her? She beamed. My, is this creature deaf as well as dumb? It might be, poor thing. Mademoiselle. She gasped. She seemed that somebody else had noticed her presence. She turned to leave. No, my dear. Poor little creature, don't run away. Charlotte, she stinks. Don't touch her. God damn, these are Scooby people. Oh god. Come to crash the party, little urchin. You hungry? I can't fucking read. Her stomach gave a low grumble. She was always hungry, it seemed, no matter how much or how little she ate. Encouraged by kindness, the Marquis had shown her, the girl approached the woman. She teetered towards their table. What are you selling? Look at the poor creature. Is she selling roses? These are all ugly ones. But as appealing as the rags she's covering herself in. Are you trying your best to be this repulsive? Oh damn. These people are rude and mean to the max. Now don't be mean, Antoinette. Perhaps it's a commoner fashion nowadays. They laughed while gawking at her and her the thing. Oh my, she only has one eye. Ghastly. But I couldn't look away. The other lady nodded her head. Like a sideshow attraction, you mean? The freaks at the carnivals. She's darling in her own dirty, monstrous ways. Maybe we can help it. Hello. Do you want some bread, urchin? Well, speak up. Her tongue was short, and that the list of her stirringly qualities. Quiet, Antoinette. Come on, don't be shy. Do you want some food? Let us hear you speak. Yes, madam. What? Yes, madam. I would be grateful. One of the ladies clapped in mockery at her reply. Oh, she talks! The ladies handed her the bread. It was snatched away just before her fingers gazed it. Not before you dance for us first. I'll make her do a handstand. I've seen one of those street people do that. Quite marvelous. Now I'd like to see that. This party is getting quite boring. Well, come on. Please tell me what that says. Mabit. I want to know. Dance for your food. The girl looked at the beautiful, cruel faces of the women, and that looked on them. I can't read. I'm gonna say this through the entire series. When I fuck up, I'm gonna say I can't read. Because that's what I always do. It was a burning desire to hurt something simply because they could. She knew that look. Before they touched her and hurt her, they had that look burning in their eyes. Aw, look what you did. Oh my god, I've never seen that word, or that name before. Claude, I know that's Claude. I'm just gonna say it's Claudine or something, because I don't fucking care. She's shivering like a leaf. Poor thing. Shivering like a leaf? That's a weird analogy, I'll say that. So, the lady was laughing as she said those words. I didn't do anything. She should be grateful we're even offering her this much. Besides, these commoners are supposed to be jolly in the misery. That is very hurtful. I'm gonna say that right now. Oh, shit. I can grab something. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Show us your joy. The girl moved away as they laughed. Mother, please save me. Mother. Didn't I tell you to leave? Insolent child. Now you call for me? Try to deal with the situation yourself. You would put yourself in this position anyway. Hope you learn your lesson. Hey there. Wow. That... Okay. A child's voice called out from behind her. It belonged to a girl around 7, with chubby cheeks and looked of curiosity in her eyes. She wore an old blue dress, somewhat patched in the corners, but kept clean and tidy. She was not rich, but she had the air as if she owned the ground she stood on. Another commoner. This party's absolutely teeming with them. The Marquis love these things. Heard he picks them randomly from the street. Maybe I should get one. Maybe I should get me one too. Do you think it is fashionable abroad in his birth country? I mean, Persia? No. I heard he was from India. I heard the rumor he's a bastard son of a Greek queen. Goodness. That is so far-fetched. Can I kill myself, please? Just hand me the bottle of bleach and I'll be done. Because these people, it's either that or I want to, like, strangle them. I could barely pronounce his name, though. He really should change it to something more acceptable. Who knows what kind of demons he might attract with such a... Shut up, car. I have never even heard of this word. Why did I choose this game? Why? Was I that intrigued? With such a blasphemous name. Aha! It must be why all of these nasty, horrid little creatures flock around him. Oh! Him devil or not, I'll forgive him if he kisses my hand. The ladies laughed. Said poor, aren't you shameless? Don't lie. We all know why you're here. Ladies gossiped among themselves openly, ignoring the girl. The girl looked the sliding with a shrug. The young girl, took the sliding... What? What? Sliding with a shrug. You know what? I'm just gonna say this now. Through this entire Let's Play, not just the reading will happen, but my eyes will go everywhere because I didn't take my pills today. My focus pills, so good job. Good job, Mira. You've done it again. 10 out of 10. She approached the table and asserted her presence. What you doing? Goodness, don't they take a hint, they don't take a hint, do they? There's something shiny, and it might distract them. What are they, 5? Blonde girls? No offense. It's just a running joke. I actually really do love all of you, no matter what your hair color is, no matter what race, what gender. I love you all. I'm just making a joke. Don't take me seriously. Hey. You've been holding that bread for a long time. Aren't you gonna give it to her? She pointed to the shabby rose vendor. Why do you care? Do you want the bread yourself? I bet she's hungry too. I know. Maybe you should toss the bread and see if they'll fight for it. The ladies laughed to themselves. The girl stared at them with confusion. Her brows furrowed in childlike understanding. Next thing everybody knew, she had swiped a bread from the woman's hand. Oh my! How rude! Horrible, filthy girl! Give that back! The girl sniffed the bread piece and nibbled on its surface. Yummy! It's still warm! She shoved the bread in the urchin's face. The scrumptious scent of bread filled the rose girl's nose. Lick it. The sugared butter tastes good. Tastes good. The sugared butter, I've never heard that. Is that something that actually is a thing? No, you devil child. Give that back. The urchin licked it. Her tongue was coated in sweetness. She stood there, squeezing the taste on her tongue. The girl grinned at her, and she couldn't help but grin back. Sorry, here you go. It's all yours. Ugh, disgusting. Like we're going to eat anything that's been in your filthy mouths. Wow, so this is ours now? You ladies are so nice. Cheeky little brat. I'll have you thrown out of this party. I'll have you... A young man strode into the commotion. A sweet scent lingered as he passed. The girl felt her mouth well up. This presence filled her body, almost as if her hunger had abated. She blushed furiously. Oh, she's so cute! But the outfit is atrocious. What a strange effect he had. Ladies? Oh! Sire... Guillaume? Jesus Christ, I'm gonna call him Gil. I'm gonna call you Gillum. I don't know, fuck. I'm just gonna call you G. What's up, G? What up? Sire G. What's up into his house? If nobody got that reference, please watch SAO Abridged. I just came back to check on my esteemed guests. Is everything alright? Are you enjoying yourselves? He's so fucking tall, I just realized. One of the ladies started fanning themselves with obvious annoyance. Well, these brats have been harassing us. Yes, my lord. We were minding our own business when this girl swiped the food off of our table. Horrible little nits. The girl stuck her tongue out at them. A lady wiped her eyes in mock tears. See, look at that. It's obviously monstrous how these children act around adults now. There is no respect, monsieur. I worry for the next generation. Oh, Charlotte, don't cry. What is that? He's like barking. We would, Jesus. I'm like too focused on other things that I can't even think myself. Well, my lord. We would all breathe a little easier if these children were sent out on their way. Yes, who knows what kind of mischief they might be up to. They might even set fire to the tables, you see. Oh? Or steal our jewelry, in fact. I think my pocket watch is missing. Oh no, how unfortunate. One of the ladies continued with a childish wailing. It is, monsieur. And it's unfortunate how you allow your important guests to get treated this way. Please deal with these vermin. Throw them out now. Oh, my sweet ladies, I'm stricken with grief at your misfortunes. Allow me to offer our heartfelt apologies. Unfortunately, this child is my important guest today. And you are, sad to say, poultry squatters. Excuse me? Madame Charlotte of Montpellier. I don't remember sending you an invite. Same for you, Lady Antoinette of Reims and Lady Charlotte of Lyon. Most people I invited are huge patrons of music. That's why they are here today. They came to listen to Mademoiselle Catherine Louise Perret. She is the 7-year-old piano prodigy who had played for the Queen last summer. The man pointed to the girl busy chewing her half of bread. The Rose Girl stared at the unfolding situation. Well, that's... I'm sure you were aware of that. Were you not? No matter. I'm always happy to see you ladies. It's a pleasure to have you here. But I hope you don't mind giving some of the food away to my townspeople. Is that why that's why I keep the gates open. My servers are instructed to serve anyone who passes by, not just my guests. But don't you fret, my darlings. There is plenty more to be served. The ladies blushed in embarrassment. One of them began to fan herself even faster. Excuse me. The Marquise. Oh shit, walked up to the girls. The girl's heart beat so fast it made her feel a little light and dizzy. She had never been this close to him. It made her feel a mixture of fear and elation. Lady Catherine, your father has been looking for you. It's almost time for your performance. Can't read. The girl looked up at the Marquis. I can never pronounce this name. Will I ever? And did a little curtsy. My apologies, sire. I did not mean to cause a clatter. Gil chuckled. I saw the whole thing, ma chérie. You put those ladies in their place. High five! They were being mean to her. Gil narrowed his eyes to the quiet girl that hid behind her basket of roses. She couldn't look at him directly. He was like the sun. It hurt just to be in his presence. Yet there was a relief in her heart that he stepped closer to her. I've seen you before, haven't I? The Rose Girl nodded and made a curtsy. I deliver roses to your house sometimes, sire. Yes, the girl with the sweetest face. The Rose Girl blushed. I love your roses, by the way. They stay fresh longer than they should. You've tended to them with love. Thank you, sire. Do you have a name, young lady? What's the matter? It's alright, young lady. If you would rather, just call her Rosa. Rosa, it fits her. I think she forgot her name, or she lost it. The Marquis nodded wisely. Valid point. Are you with that? Are you alright with that, Rosa? Yes. Come on, Rosa. You'll watch me play, right? Fires darted from the girl to the Marquis. Oh, Sir Gilly. See? See? Let's call him Gilly. Just like Cat does. I'm gonna call Catherine, or Catherine. Gilly. I'm gonna call Gilly. Gilly? It's really nice to me and my family. And he helps the people around town, too. He won't throw you out. The Marquis held a right hand in the air as he swung an oath. I won't. See? Come on, you're invited now. You're my special guest. There's plenty of food inside, Rosa. Please help yourself. Thank you, sire. Rosa is coming. Rosa is coming! Yay! Okay, officially, I love Catherine a lot. She's my favorite character. Out of everybody so far, I like Catherine. She's just like me. What's your name? Oh, she is Rosa! Oh, what? Oh, I can't stop smiling about that. I love Catherine right now. I am a bit nervous. Catherine scratched her head. What will I do if I make a mistake? Papa will get very upset. The Marquis knelt in front of Catherine and rubbed her shoulders fondly. You won't make a mistake, ma chérie. As long as you put your heart into the keys. Play to touch your audience, and any mistake won't matter. Do you understand? Catherine stared at the Marquis. Not really. The man chuckled. You will someday. Just play your first song with your mind. Will you? Will you? Will you? I have a feeling we're gonna run into a William. Considering all these names going on, there has to be a William. Something that you think will make me smile. Gilly held Catherine's clear. Gilly held Catherine's clear young eyes at his gaze. He kissed her hand. It was covered with a sticky sugar and breadcrumbs. Catherine blushed. It was the first time she looked embarrassed by anything. It would be my pleasure, sir. Catherine trudged up the wooden podium and walked towards the middle of the stage. The crowd's chatter died down. She curtsied in front of her audience, waved at her father, and stole a glance at Gilly. The man gave her a tiny nod. She sat down in front of the piano, admiring the cream ebony keys underneath her fingers. Her piano was broken and beaten. Father said had sold his horses for it. The A3 key never played, and the strings would crack when it was cold. But it had never failed her. She knew the keys like they were her own fingers. She whispered to the piano softly, as if coaxing a beautiful, untamed animal. Let's be friends, okay? She saw Rosa at the far end of the podium watching her diligently. There was a renowned vigor in her blood. She could hear the keys coming out, calling out to her. A song that would make him smile. She placed her fingers on the keys, and she began to play. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. 10 out of 10. Love it. Love it. Love it. Mwah. I just want to listen to this, honestly, right now. Oh, it's so beautiful. For you guys who don't know, I'm a sucker for anything that has to do with pianos or classical music. I love them. Oh, that just gave me chills. Oh, I love the piano so much. Sad I can never play it. I did play the flute and the violin. The violin was pretty fun. But I love classical music so much, it calms me down. I have to. For being 7 and a prodigy, it's just beautiful. Oh, I love this. I love it so much. Oh, that top key. At the ring of the first few notes, it became apparent to the audience that the girl was something special. There was a little girl barely tall enough to reach the pedals of the piano, playing as if she owned it. There were times when she missed a note or two, but it didn't matter. She played a song to make someone smile and touched everyone present. Her musical skill was far beyond her years. Her fingers caressed the keys as if they were making a flower crown, playfully leaving the petals. She knew the correct way to tie the leaves to I can't even focus because I'm too busy listening to the music. She knew the correct way to tie the leaves so they wouldn't tear, like a smart little girl did. Like all smart little girls did. I can't read. As the piano sang under her hands, Catherine seemed to disappear right in front of the audience's eyes. She was a vision. After all, somebody leading. She was. Fuck me. She was just just a vision after all. Somebody leading them down a dream. A dream of a garden in springtime, a shade of the tree in the windy day. The couples in the audience tended their group on the hands of their parents. Some closed their eyes and let the music. God, I can't. Saturate their soul. Sweet memories of youth. A first love. The yawn of a newborn. Oh, that's so cute. Rose's eyes shone as she stared at Catherine. Her eyes are beautiful, actually, now that I look at them. Or her eye, apparently. Her heart captured by this song of her. A young girl swaying her head to the music, smiling at as the notes poured out of her. She couldn't take her eyes away from Catherine's glowing face. Was this happiness? Was this love? She looked like she was in love. There we go. And she wasn't she? In her innocence, she was still in love with life. Still in love with life. I would never be in love with life, honestly. I mean, come on, guys. Let's be serious. The majority of you will not fall in love with life. Unless it's Mother Nature or plants or something. But life in general, no. In love with her family, with her pets, in love with every new discovery. She was full of hope. It was a bitterness feeling of Rosa. A happy teardrop rolled down her cheek. She wanted to warm herself in that hope, if she could. The audience, Gilly and Catherine's father, sat beside each other. Sire Peder, her idea. Your daughter is amazing. She is, isn't she? I mean, pardon my ignorance, my liege. I'm a very proud father, you see. No pardon necessary, sire. Has she found a sponsor yet? The Duke of Versailles once spoke with me about it, but we have not made any agreements. Oh, arrangements. I can't. Mira, get your head in the gear. Because if you don't, shit's gonna get real. Then I must steal her away as soon as possible. Sire? I'd like to be Catherine's primary sponsor, if that is alright with you. Why, sire? And to further cement my status, the piano she's playing right now, it is hers. I bought it for her. Francis' eyes widened with astonishment. That is... Francois gulped. Fuck. That's beyond generous, sire. Gilly smiled. Well, I must make it hard for you to refuse me, you see. I took the opportunity of asking you outright. You see, the Duke might offer an extravagant piano plated in gold, in case I have no choice but to humbly concede. What? I'm kidding. The Duke of Francois is the worst minister you will ever meet. The men chuckled. Of course, I shall be playing for her musical tutoring as required. I'll be paying for her musical tutoring as required, along with an ample stipend and to commemorate your family. You don't have to look so surprised, Monsieur Pied. Fuck me. Your daughter is a star. There is an You know what I just realized? I'm reading this, and I don't even know how this correlates with the actual story of the girl, Rosa. Your daughter is a star. There is a effervescence, fuck words about her that it enraptures the soul. There's no doubt in my mind that she will succeed. Thank you deeply, my liege. Please, call me by my name, Monsieur. Let me remind you, this generosity isn't without charge. Oh my god! I don't know why, but I was thinking about France while I was reading this. Then I remembered when Rosa said that she was, what was it? That she was like a huge part of France or whatever. And then all of a sudden, if you remember back when she was like at the very beginning of the video where she was like going to the God, I forgot what it's called, but yeah, the cross or whatever, and stabbed her in the eye. I just remembered that this is in the future and she stabbed herself in the eye. She basically gouged her eye out. What the fuck? I don't even know why, I just thought of that. I didn't even think about it. She has no like when the ladies were like, oh dear, she has no eye. I was like, yeah, why doesn't she have an eye? And then it just hit me that she gouged her eye out. I am very slow. Her tutoring will be done at my house. I want to monitor her progress. Apart from that, I'd very much like Catherine to visit me and play from time to time. Music is one of my best positions. Her presence would benefit my mood tenfold. Of course, sire, fuck me. That is a small price. That is a small price to pay for all your efforts. On the contrary, monsieur. You don't have to decide now. Kindly think about it. Thank you, my lord. Sire Gilly. Thank you, Catherine. After the performance, Catherine and Rosa went to the Marquis' garden to play. Francois and Gilly lingered in the table, assorting the details for Catherine's further education. Ooh, she's pretty. And that is a very interesting way of spelling Emily. Emily Pondier wandered about the crowd, searching for a familiar face. She had arrived halfway through Catherine's performance, just in time to gush her little sister at her sister's. Unfortunately, she couldn't find her father in the crowd. When she finally caught sight of the back of his head, she approached him. He said, "Fuck me." Is that Emily or Emily? There's an X on top of E, so I wouldn't know. "Father, there you are. I've been looking all over for you." Emily stopped just as the man was stopped as she saw the man her father was talking to. It was none other than the Marquis himself. Apparently, I'm gonna totally go on a whim here. Gilly is the main love interest of this visual novel. Totally going to guess on that. So, she fixed her hair self-consciously and curtsied. "My lord, pardon my intrusion. I didn't realize." Gilly smiled at her kindly. "You are free to intrude any time, my lady." Emily smiled back, just as the rumor said. The Marquis was easy on the eyes. That makes no sense to me. "To whom I owe the pleasure of your acquaintance. This is my eldest daughter, Emily. Pardon me for not introducing her sooner." Charmed. Gilly offered her a seat. Emily sat down across the man. "Well, it seems talent and good looks run in the family." Francois rubbed his neck. "Yes, my daughter is my pride and joy. My daughters are my pride and joy. Thankfully, they both look after their mother." "Surely not, Monsieur Period. Fuck their last name. How do you even say that?" "The eyes are yours. Earnest and loving eyes." Emily snorted at such snappy words. Her father, clearly basking in oh fuck, I can't read. That says compliment. What? Her father was clearly basking in the compliments. Why can't I read? Mira needs special help, guys. If it really was the famous Gilly the rumors asked, oh my god, I'm gonna have to stop soon. Then he wasn't actually much of a charmer, was he? He didn't know what the fuss was about. The ladies in the house he worked for could not seem to stop talking about this man. Admittedly, there was something morbidly curious about the way he looked at his people. Like he was distracted and could only say words that were exposed of him. "I'm pleased to have finally met you, sire. I've heard a lot about you on my travels." "All good things, I hope. Depends on the tabloid and the day of the week." Emily thought to herself and chuckled. "Are you a governess? I was told." "What? You are a governess? I was told." "Told? Oh, fuck. I'm gonna read this. Don't mind me. Just ignore everything that I just said. You are the governess, I was told? Where do you work? With Dimitri household, sire. With the Dimitri household. Dimitri. I'm sorry, I like that name, Dimitri. Ah yes, I heard you were marrying into the family soon. Oh father, I told you not to tell anybody yet. I didn't, but you know how people talk. Word travels fast. Pardon the comment then, my lady. Please. Your betrothed is a lucky man, I'm sure. The conversation endured through the afternoon. Small talk, musical composers, their little town. Catherine's musical background, Francois' students, Emily's works. Emily played with her napkin, offering droll options on the particularly droll topics. Although the exchange Emily observed an infamous Marquis de Gel. This was him? The audacious, shameless flirt of a royal court and tableaus. According to rumors, he was able to bed both the widowed Countess of Devonshire and his own and her daughter at the same time, and even had a tantalus relationship with the Prince of Garnet. He didn't limit himself royally. What? He didn't limit himself to royalty. There we go. I can't speak. Or so the tabloid said. His latest fling was with the English poet, who they say almost killed him. Then he was caught with another man or woman. At this point, who knew that was real, and what has a valiant lie made up by the newspapers? She had looked forward to meeting him, and here he was, finally, talking about sampling the new bakery's creme brulee. They couldn't say he was disappointed exactly, but the Marquis was a depressingly normal man. Maybe even boring, Emily ventured. She watched his gaze flicker across her hair and her nose before lazily turning away. How infuriating. She wondered if he could suddenly say something coy, or insist to dance with her. Just something outrageous. Honestly, so he could shoot him down. This man whom everyone was interested in. That would be a small victory for reasonable women everywhere. But the Marquis was nothing but polite. He was no ogle. He did not touch unnecessarily. No audacious gestures or suggestive winks of an eye. He would not even look at her for more than 2 seconds. Maybe she was not pretty enough to flirt with. Emily bit her lip as she couldn't be thinking that. But there were also times he would quietly turn to her and the conversation rooted. When the words spoken were without meaning, her eyes could converse further. To Emily, he started to look lonely underneath the facade of... Okay, I know that says facade, but there's a little accent on top of the E for facade of comprise. He seemed tired of all of the gabalooting and rumors of numerous things. We are all a little lonely, aren't we? Perhaps even he? He invited the family over to his blah 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 and commented how empty the building left sometimes. Oh shit. The music was his guilty pleasure. That is weird. I'm sorry if you guys have a guilty pleasure in music. I'm genuinely sorry. I got him through the cold nights, he said with a sad grin. Now he didn't mind the warm soul to touch. And before she could stop herself, Emily had begun to imagine his lips on her neck. On one of those cold nights. Emily shook her head, trying to erase the thoughts in her mind. And, oh, by the way, guys, I did turn on the maturity filter, so, joke's on you. They were having a perfectly mundane conversation. She didn't know where those thoughts came from. Unfortunately, her father didn't seem to notice. Music and loneliness stuck a nerve in Francois. He had immersed himself in the music, tutoring his students, and Catherine. He never once had, ever since his wife had gotten sick. It had been 6 years, but sometimes the nights were cold. For Francois, the Marquis was speaking to his soul. He was a kindred spirit. He wasn't a pompous. Can you just end me? He wasn't a pompous showboat like all of the other royalty Catherine had played for. The Marquis had a wine collection he wanted to show Francois. Such a down-to-earth, generous young man. Emily, your face is flushed. Are you alright? I'm fine. Just the sun, probably. This was not true, of course. The afternoon sun had already lost most of its heat. Thankfully, Catherine provided a distraction. She ran towards her in a huddle and flung her arms around her father's torso, chatting happily about gardens and butterflies. The young lady ragged girl followed behind her. Emily wasn't sure how old the girl was. Her dirty blonde hair hid the left side of her face. You could see faint traces of a scar peeking through. A smudge of motherly affection caught hold of her heart. Hello there, young lady. The girl looked down at her toes, but gave her a shy smile. I see you've made a crown of flowers. You look very pretty. Thank you, madam. Catherine gave it to me. Sister, this is Rosa. She's very nice. She knows the name of all the flowers in Sir Gilly's garden. Catherine, there you go again with your silly names. Sister, help me convince Papa to let Rosa stay with us. Catherine? Papa, please let her stay with us. She doesn't have anywhere to go. Now, Catherine, that is not very nice. Rosa, here is a girl. She is not a kitten you can just pluck from the street and take home like you always do with stray animals. goodness knows we all have to all the stray cats of France living in our homes. Her house. I can't read. Yes, I know. She's not a kitten. I know she's a girl. But shouldn't we take her home even more so? Francois sighed. Gilly chuckled under his breath and clearly enjoying this exchange. Her daughter has some very unique views, sir. Pide, fuck your name. Well, Sir Gilly, what do you think? Huh? Gilly's face lost its casual Bannister look. You're a Marquis. I'm sure my father will follow your orders, right? Shouldn't we take Rosa home? Gilly's brows furrowed and being put on the spot so suddenly. He stole a glance at Francois, who was slightly pleading him with his eyes not to humor the child. He cleared his throat. Well, I'm sure it's up to your father since he owns the house. He will have to clothe and feed Rosa, you see. Yes, but I've got that all figured out. Since my sister moved to work, nobody minds the house anymore. All I have to wash the dishes every time. Ugh. Papa is so busy, and we always have enough food for the two of us. If Rosa stays, then I wouldn't be so lonely on my own. She'll wear sister's old clothes and will mind the house with both sister and father anyway. She can wash the dishes sometimes, and I'll wash them sometimes. Gilly and Francois shared a look. And besides, if it were up to me, I'd have people take one girl home in their house to give her food. Girls don't even eat that much. I'm not sure about boys. She thought for a bit. But I'm sure it's not too much for people can't take them home too. One time I ate a whole plate of potatoes and my stomach hurt. If Rosa were there, I wouldn't have eaten so much. Maybe... Gilly couldn't help but laugh. Francois rubbed his cheek in embarrassment. I'm so sorry, sire. She's very headstrong. Father, I'm sure taking Rosa in wouldn't be much trouble for us financially, yes? My new worker pays better. I'm sure we can adjust. Well, about that. Perhaps if Rosa works in my household, it wouldn't be much of a burden for your family. Sir Gilly is great! You are truly a kind soul, sire. Not at all. I'm sure I need her help more than she needs. I'm sure I need her help more than she needs mine. Isn't that right, Rosa? In that case, I would love to offer my house to Rosa. Although, I am worried that... Is this supposed to be more complicated, sire? What about her family, or her friends? We are violating laws, perhaps. I'm not even sure. As long as it is consensual, sire. The details can be smoothed out later. The girl was quiet, and the whole time she was looking at her toes, or at Catherine. Rosa, do you have any family, relatives, or friends you may stay with? No, sire. My mother died a long time ago, but she guides me anyways. She guides me always. So please don't be compelled to mind me. No, don't go back to the streets, Rosa. It's September, it's going to be really cold soon. Sir Gilly will even give you work. Stay with us. But Catherine... Francois sighed in surrender. Alright, she can stay for the night. Papa! Just for tonight, and we'll see what she wants to stay for longer. Catherine, you cannot hold people in their place just because you want them to be there. Do you understand? If Rosa wants to leave, she may leave. You cannot keep her as like an object. Gilly cleared his throat. That is sound advice, sire. Yes, Papa, I understand. Rosa makes herself comfortable. Rosa, please make yourself comfortable in our home. Thank you. Papa, you're the best. Catherine turned to Gilly again. Sir Gilly, don't you think if everyone at the house takes a person home, nobody would freeze in the winter? You should make it into a law. They'll obey because you're a marquis. And because you're tall. Oh, so people obey my orders because I'm tall? That's a what a compliment. Well, you're taller than my papa, at least. He'll never be a marquis. Francois pulled his daughter's ear with embarrassment. Catherine, mind your own manners. I'm so sorry, sire. Gilly shook his head, his eyes trailing over to the whatever that last name family. Emily watched him in curiosity, and the same sadness once again surfaced the briefest moment. You have a loving family, sire. I am quite jealous. You make me want to settle down myself someday. He chuckled. Maybe. Emily's heart skipped a beat. Did he just look at her when he said that? She couldn't be sure. Catherine is perfect the way she is. One of the reasons why I am very interested in her. Oh! Ah! He has an earring! Look at that earring! Gilly knelt down so that I can't read. Gilly knelt down so that he was eye to eye with Catherine. He patted her head. You're a very intelligent and kind-hearted girl, Catherine. You are a star. Moltori. I don't fucking know how to say that, so I'm sorry, French people. I am so sorry. Someday, I know you will change the world. At least, I like to see you try. Mother. Oh shit. Help me. My chest. I can't breathe. No. Catherine! And that is the end of chapter 1 and the prologue. Oh Jesus, that's so fucking scary. Okay guys, so this is gonna be the end for this video. I don't know how many chapters there are. I think there's 8. So, yeah. Tell me what you guys think about it so far. I think it's so good. Especially Rosa. I think she's a very interesting character. Oh god, that breathing is so creepy. I'm gonna take off my headphones. But, yeah guys. So, if you guys like this, make sure to leave a comment down below. Like it, share it, do whatever you want. But, I honestly really like the series so far, and I hope that you guys are liking it too, even though I can't read to save my life. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm going to, for this Saturday's live stream, probably tomorrow, because this is going to be uploaded on Friday. But yeah, so on Saturday's stream, we're going to do the normal stuff. We're going to do Q&A, probably a fanfiction reading, and then we're going to play Danganronpa, which if you guys do not know, please go check it out. It is the best fucking thing I have ever seen in my entire life. But yeah. Anyway, guys, never stop partying, live loud and rock out, and I'll hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!